I'm here on the AT, just off Interstate 40 and just south of Standing Bear Hostel. Join me for 100 miles on the Appalachian Trail. I got to Uncle Johnny's last night around 9 o'clock. Made it a quick early night and caught my shuttle at 7 o'clock and got dropped off at I-40 and the AT around 9 this morning, and I've been on the trail ever since. So it's only 0.2 up to Standing Bear, but I don't really need to go to Standing Bear. So I'm going to continue on the AT. The goal is to basically go from Standing Bear Hostel and back to Uncle Johnny's Hostel. So that's a little over 100 miles here on the AT. I've got Max Patch coming up, Hot Springs, and quite a few things after that. That's kind of an iconic spot on the AT. It's an old radar, I think, something like that, for air traffic control. I guess it's a little obsolete, but I'm sure it still provides some good information. On top of Snowbird right now, and should be a campsite coming up according to Far Out. That's one of the things on this trip I'm looking forward to, is getting to know the Far Out app better. Jacket is back on. It was as high as about 63 this morning when I started out. Now it's about 54 degrees. And raining. 6.5 to Max Patch and 8.4 to the Roaring Fork shelter. I'm here at the Groundhog Creek shelter, and right now it's 0.2 down that trail. Still raining. So I'm gonna keep the camera away, keep it dry. That's what's going on. Just walking in the woods in the rain. It's beautiful out here. Checking in here, crossing a little creek, trying to see if I need to get water here. I'm just at the base of Max Patch. I'm gonna head up over that. Then it's just a couple more miles to the Groundhog Creek shelter. And I was just checking, there's water there. So I'm not gonna get water here. Cold and rainy all day. You gotta love the AT. Everything's going pretty well so far, no problems. Making it through. Excited to see Max Patch. Too bad it won't be there won't be any views. This is my current view. Wow, I'm so excited. It's been rainy all morning, cloudy, overcast, and I thought when I got to Max Patch I wouldn't have any views, but instead I've got great views. Now it's not blue sky, but it is amazing nonetheless. So that's a win for the day. And maybe even better, it stopped raining for now. So hopefully it's done, or at least tapering off. Gonna walk across Mac's Patch here, the iconic Mac's Patch, which is closed to camping now, of course. But walk past here, and then it's just a couple miles to the shelter. And I think I'm gonna camp somewhere around there. I will not be staying inside the shelter. Today is April 12th. So if you're considering, if you have the AT, this is what the weather is like on Mac's Patch, April 12th, 2022. I'm about 0.2, less than that. I think I can see the shelter right up here. It's Roaring Fort Shelter. So apparently they've got some tent sites around there, and I'm gonna look into those. We'll see who's there. I don't know how much filming I'll be able to do at the shelter. Hopefully it's not too crowded. No one here. Bear cables. I absolutely love this. So they've planted some blight-resistant American chestnut trees in honor of Howard McDonald, who apparently was the designer and builder of this shelter. But I really love this program of bringing back the American chestnut. And I will admit that I don't know a whole lot about the American chestnut other than blight took most of them. So they have these starts. Future generations. Quite a few tent pads, I think is what they call them, but I would not call them that. Look very prone to flooding. So I kind of opted in the same area, but found a better place. Got everything kind of drying. Last night was a little damp, nothing like today, but I think it's kind of ended and the sun is kind of coming out. We're gonna have not too bad temps tonight. Even have a little clothesline set up. Good morning. It's day 2 out here in the Smoky Mountains. I'm trying to be a little quiet because I'm the first one up. Last night was a quick night. A few people came into the shelter, so I wasn't able to record, but they were real nice, and we had a nice conversation. Made it an early night, was in bed by 9, listened to a podcast for a little bit, and was asleep by 9:30. So I got a lot of sleep. I got a big day ahead of me today, but I want to show you this. I'm lucky some of these shelters have privies. This is what they look like. So I'm gonna start my morning. So I've got about 18 miles to Hot Springs today. Now, normally if I was on the trail, I'd probably just go ahead and call it a day in Hot Springs, but I need to average around 21 miles per day to get where I need to be when I want to be there. So 21 miles puts me just outside of Hot Springs. 26 miles takes me to the next tent site on Far Out. So I'm gonna have to do a big day sooner or later. I don't know if it's gonna be today, but it could be. We'll kind of see how it goes. No rain forecast for today. There is for tomorrow, and then none. So I'm basically alternating. Rain yesterday, no rain today, rain tomorrow, no rain the day after that. So it makes sense to make the big days the no rain days. That would be today. We'll see if I'm up to it. I feel good. Yesterday I was only planning on doing about 15, and it just so happened the shelter was there at 16, so I decided to go ahead and stay. I probably should have gone ahead. I got there a little bit early, around 5 o'clock. I definitely could have gotten a couple more hours. That may come back to bite me later, but I didn't want to overdo it. First day out. And yesterday was kind of a tough day. So today is mainly downhill with a few big climbs. So it is what it is, and I am where I am. I'm excited to be out here. We'll see what today has in store. I'm trying to make it a point. I generally don't even like to stay at the shelters, definitely not in the shelters, but not even the shelter areas. But I'm making it a point, since I'm actually hiking kind of in the bubble right now, to stop at the shelters and meet some of the people out on the trail and talk to them, kind of see what they have to say, kind of get some intel for any future AT through hike that I might do. I've got 2 really big climbs today before hot springs, and I just finished one coming down from that one, and I can see where I'm going next. So 1 down, 1 to go. It's really muddy right here, and that's why I'm taking it slow. Probably not a good time to pull out the camera. Funny how it works that way. Well, if I fall, I'll keep it on the video. Made it through that one. And here's the beginning of the second climb, the second big climb before hot springs. Still making my way up Bluff Mountain. This is the last big climb right here. But it's pretty steep. Still climbing up Bluff Mountain. One last push to the top. I'm here at Big Rock Spring, but I don't need any water. But it's a nice little place. This has been a beautiful hike coming down. It's about 12:30 right now, and I've got 6.6 to go. All right, sounds good. I'm here at the turnoff for the Deer Park shelter, but more important than that, 3.2 to hot springs. A couple of campsites right off the trail, outside of the shelter. All right, 3.2 to hot springs. Miles outside of Hot Springs. Starting to get my first sights of Hot Springs. Not much longer now. Coming into Hot Springs. It's about 17, 18 miles, I think, for the day. I'm not real sure what to expect in Hot Springs, so just kind of explore as I go. 10 after 3, coming into Laughing Heart, I think it's called. 3:10, made good time today. Still more to do. Just finished up shopping at the Hillbilly Market in Delhi. Great selection. A little bit of everything. Not sure if it comes through on camera, but you can see 3 switchbacks right there. That should tell you a little bit. I was down there by the French Broad River. Now I'm up here a few hundred feet real quick. I've got some great views looking down onto the French Broad River. Those views aren't free. They come with the price. And this is it, right here. I'm nearing mile 19, almost 20, something like that. Trying to get 21 for the day. What a view. What a view. I'm about a mile away from a water source. So after that, I think I'm gonna start looking for camp. Fill up, and there's nothing that shows up on the Far Out app. In fact, it's another few miles straight uphill. So I'm kind of hoping I don't have to do that. But I passed quite a few sites that weren't listed on the Far Out app. So fingers crossed on that. But regardless, I've got about a mile to the water. Can't stop before then. Here at Pump Gap, there's a nice site right back there, and I'm a half mile from the water source. So if I need to, I can come back here. So I know a half mile back is a great little campsite. And I just met this couple, I think from Germany, maybe Austria, I don't know. But they said that there is a great campsite just a minute this way. And I told them about that campsite, a half mile that way, downhill for them. So turns out, great intel at the water cooler. Who would have thought? Even on the AT. Looks like there are a couple of tents there, but I don't see anyone around. So, again, it's a little after 6, about 6:10. I'll check my miles later on, see what's going on here at camp. Turkey sandwich from Hot Springs with Doritos. AT can't be beat. And here's maybe the best thing that I packed out from Hot Springs. I got 2 of these long leaf IPAs. And after today, well deserved. Packed out a nice sandwich from the deli down there in Hot Springs. Had my bag of Doritos, got some candy bars, so I'm all set for tonight. I was planning on having a second dinner, but I don't know, kind of up in the air right now. Camp's all set up. I'm kind of just relaxing, gonna go over the video for the day and kind of see what tomorrow has in store. So it's a great day today. The weather is great, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain, I think, early. So 6, 7 o'clock, it's gonna start raining and most of the morning. So I don't know, we'll see. Gonna try to get an early start and get out there in the rain. Keep plugging at it. I still got quite a few miles to get to Uncle Johnny's. So join me for tomorrow. Day 3 coming up.